Listen and practice.
It was a beautiful summer day, and Emily was excited to spend the day at the beach with her family. They packaged a color full of snacks and drinks and set off bright and early. When they arrived at the beach, Emily couldn't wait to get in the water. She raced down to the shore and dove into the waves, laughing as the cool water splashed around her. Her parents set up camp on the beach, spreading out towels and setting up an umbrella to provide some shade. Emily swam and played in the water for hours, enjoying the freedom and joy of being in the ocean. As the day wore on, more and more people arrived at the beach. The sand was packaged with families, kids playing games and building sandcastles, and the water was filled with people of all ages, splashing and swimming. As the sun began to set, Emily's family gathered their things and prepared to head home. They were tired but happy, and Emily couldn't wait to come back to the beach again. As they drove home, Emily's mind was full of memories of the day's adventures. She had had so much fun and was already looking forward for the next time they could return to the beach. The next week, Emily and her family returned to the beach for another day of fun in the sun. This time, Emily convinced her parents to rent a surfboard and try their hand at surfing. Emily was a natural at surfing, and before long she was riding the waves with ease. Her parents, on the other hand, had a bit more difficulty, but they were determined to keep trying. As the day went on, Emily and her family surfed and swam, enjoying the warm water and the feeling of the sun on their skin. They played beach games, built sandcastles, and laughed until their sides hurt. As the sun began to set, Emily's family picked up their things and head home, exhausted but happy. They had spent another perfect day at the beach, and Emily couldn't wait to go back again. In the weeks and months that followed, Emily and her family returned to the beach as often as they could, making memories and having fun in the sun. Emily became an experienced surfer, and her love for the ocean only grew stronger with each visit. She knew that the beach would always hold a special place in her heart, and she couldn't wait to see what adventures it would bring next. As summer turned to fall, Emily's family started to spend less time at the beach. The days grew shorter and the water grew colder, but Emily still couldn't resist the occasional trip to the ocean. One Saturday, Emily and her family decided to take a trip to the beach for the day. It was a bit chilly, but the sun was shining and the sky was clear. Emily put on her wetsuit and head down to the water, eager to catch some waves. The waves were a bit choppier than usual, but Emily was up for the challenge. She paddled out past the break and waited for the perfect wave to come. When it did, she popped up on her board and rode it all the way to shore, grinning from ear to ear. As the day went on, Emily and her family played in the water and enjoyed the beauty of the beach in the off season. They hiked along the cliffs, watched the seagulls, and collected seashells. As the sun began to set, Emily's family packed up their things and head home. Emily was tired but content, knowing that she had spent another wonderful day at the beach. She knew that even as the seasons changed, Her love for the ocean would never fade. As winter approached, Emily's trip to the beach became fewer and farther between. The water was too cold for surfing, and the beach was often empty and windswept. But Emily didn't let that stop her from enjoying the ocean. She took up bodyboarding, using a smaller board to ride the waves closer to shore. She also started exploring the tide pools, discovering all sorts of fascinating creatures living among the rocks. One particularly cold and blustery day, Emily and her family decided to take a walk along the beach. The wind was strong and the waves were high, but Emily was determined to have fun, chasing the waves as they crashed onto the sand. As they walked, Emily's family came across a group of people huddled around something on the beach. Curious, they went to see what's going on. It was a bleached Hal struggling to get back into the water. Emily's family knew they had to help. They called the authorities and worked alongside the other beachgoers to try and push the Hal back into the ocean. It was a difficult and dangerous task, but they were determined to save the animal. After what felt like an eternity, the Hal finally steered and began to swim back into the ocean. Emily and her family cheer and celebrate, grateful to have played a small part in saving a beautiful creature. As they walked back home, Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. She had experienced the high and lows of the beach, but through it all, her love for the ocean remained strong. She knew that no matter what the future held, the beach would always be a special place for her and her family. As the years went by, Emily's love for the beach only grew stronger. She spent as much time as she could at the ocean, surfing, bodyboarding, and exploring the tide pools. The beach was her happy place, and she felt at home whenever she was there. When Emily turned 18, she made the decision to move to a beach town and attend college there. She knew it would be the perfect place for her to continue her love affair with the ocean.